Hey guys, welcome back to another video. The video this week I'm going to do is a little bit different to normal rides. It's just, I want to show you the camera I use and what I'm doing. So over the years I've had cameras like the GoPros. I've had a cheaper 4K camera, which is similar to a GoPro. Actually, to be honest, this cost €60. It's a 4K GoPro ripoff from China. Fantastic quality, as long as you don't use the image stabilization. If you can put that on a chest mount or something, great quality. But my camera, my go-to camera, is the Insta360. This is, in my opinion, one of the most remarkable pieces of kit I've ever owned when it comes to photography. The ability to record in 360 degrees is incredible. For those that don't know, it's done because you have two lenses, and basically the software stitches the image together, so that gives you the ability in editing to scroll, pan, zoom in and out, literally 360 degrees. You can do everything. The only limitation for these is what they call the stitch line, and the stitch line is this area up the side, the top, and the other side of the camera. If you record with that side of you looking directly at you, it will give it some weird thing. You'll end up with, like, I don't know, looking like the Elephant Man or something. So when recording, you need to consider that one of these lenses basically needs to be looking towards you. So if you're riding the bike and the camera's sitting there like that, this one's looking towards you, this one's looking away from you, you can pan all the way around, it's going to be no problem. If you ride with it looking like this, you're going to look like some weird deformed creature. So if you've never used one, they're great. They're absolutely great. I'm about to buy another one. So let's get into this. Basically, what I'm going to show you is the normal positions, camera positions that I use for this. Then I'm going to show you a few extras which I use, but I don't use on the road because they could be considered dangerous because of having cameras feet away from the bike. So let's jump into it. We'll have a look, see what you think. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is the standard, what everybody uses, the handlebar mount. So it's just a standard clamp on the bars. You can clamp that up. The good thing with this is you can tilt the clamp, and then the camera just straight on top. Good all-round views, omnidirectional, perfect for rides. Let's have a look at it. So next one, a little bit different. This is what I call a rhino. Basically, behind this little tiny fairing, I've got a GoPro sticky mount. And what I use is basically just a standard bar attachment, which clicks in there. And then the camera straight on top. This is great for giving straight on views. Works a treat. Very good as well for angles, because of the Insta keeps it center line. When you lean the bike, it picks it up. So let's go have a look and see what this one can do. Okay, so this one's a lower level one. We're going to use the crash bar here. So again, using the standard clamp, we're just putting it on. The lower they can go with this, the better. It gives a lot better angles. And again, we're just putting the clamp in. Just going to put the camera on the clamp and adjust the angle. So generally to try and keep the angle looking up, that way it's looking at you. Let's see what this one can do. Okay, so the next one, so the back of the bike. This is it's one of my favourites. It's really good if you're doing scenic views. Great one. So basically what I've got here, again, a GoPro sticky mount on the back of the bike here. And I'm going to use an Insta360 selfie stick with a GoPro mount on the back. And I'll show you what we get with this one. Okay, for this one I've had to push the camera all the way back because it's quite a long one. So the plan is, obviously, this clips into the GoPro sticky mount. There's another attachment here that I put on, so I can just put a zip tie around this for extra support. And then all we do is we pull out the selfie stick. Now generally I extend it to its maximum, but I retract it one length back because it just creates a bit more stability. Let's put the zip tie in. You can see that the zip tie, it's quite a wobbly thing with it. It just supports it. And I will shrink this back down for now, and then the camera just goes on the top. Again with this, it's great. Gives you great videos of you riding with being followed. So let's see what this one can do. Okay, so this one's another low one on the bike, the rear foot peg. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else use this, but let's give it a go. So if you've got one of these clamps, they are fantastic because they're directional, so you can move it, you can swivel it to whatever way you want. So the beauty of these when it comes to these sort of positions is you can clamp the main body onto the foot peg, and then you can amend the angle that you want, and away you go. So let's give this one a go. Let's see what we can get from this angle. The next one, it's not even on the bike. This one, some people will probably say it's a waste of the use of a 360 camera because it can only look in one direction. But I personally think it's great. I've used GoPros before. I've used what I would call fixed position cameras. Sometimes they're too punched in, so you're not getting the effect you want. With the Insta camera, you can zoom in, zoom out in editing, so it makes it perfect. So this one is the POV on the crash helmet. Very simple. Very simple. A very easy GoPro mount again on the helmet. I think just get out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. And that's it. That's all it is. So let's give it a go. Let's see what we get from this one. So the next one, another one from the rear of the bike. Obviously, with this bike, I've got massive front forks. The clamps will not fit around it, so you're very limited for front mounting options. Another good one on the back, this little sissy bar. This clamp, although it's massive, will actually clamp around this. So what we'll do, we'll put it on. Again, with these, you can adjust the angle as what you want, depending on what angle you want. And that's it, away you go. Let's take this one out. Let's give this a try. Let's see what this one can do. Okay, so far we've looked at pretty standard mountings, ones that are very close to the bike. I'm going to demonstrate a couple now which are a little bit more different, I guess. I would say be very wary with these, depending on where you can use them. Here in Spain, the rules on accessories on bikes is they are not allowed to extend past the width or the length of the vehicle. So I can't put anything wider than handlebars, and I can't put anything technically further than the bike, than the rear or the front of the bike, because it will extend past the size of the vehicle. So some of these I've used a few times, but I would use them on empty roads or roads where I know where there's going to be no one, and they're just used to get, let's say, B footage. It's just You definitely couldn't ride down the road with these. It would be a bit odd. So let's give them a go, and I'll show you what the results look like. So this one we're going to go off the front of the bike. It's like a forward tracking shot. So what we're going to need, obviously the camera. We're going to need the clamp. We're going to need the selfie stick. So this is just over 1 meter long. And we're going to need what comes with the new motorcycle bundle kit from Insta, which is this spanner wrench thing. So what we do, we put the clamp on the handlebars. Now, we need to get this tight. If you're using other clamps, such as brands like Telesin, which work on like a ball joint system, you may find that they break. I've broken 2 from doing this, so be careful. The selfie stick. So the selfie stick again just screws on to the clamp and sits at an angle like that. Now you want a bit of this to lean out, not straight up. Again with this, put the selfie stick at full length and then retract the very last point, because it gives it a little bit more stability. And then from there, the camera on the top. Now you can see why you can't use this on the road. Okay, this is protruding 2 foot off the front of the bike. You know, if the police see you riding with this, you're going to get an instant nick. It's as simple as that. But it's a great shot if you're on empty roads, if you're on a road where there is no traffic, there is nobody, there's no sense of danger, or nothing's going to happen to you, then you might want to take the risk. So let's see. Let's uncover it and let's see what we can get from this angle. So similar to the forward tracking position, we're now going to do it at the back. I put the clamp on the sissy bar again. I've used, like I said, this wrench thing. This thing, you can actually get some real power on the clamp with this. You don't want this coming loose or moving, or else you're going to destroy your camera. So it's basically the same as this, but from the rear. So the clamp on the back. We've got the camera on the stick. We put the stick on. And then again, we extend the selfie stick to full length and then retract the final piece. That then gives us, again, you couldn't use this on the road. I mean, again, it's sticking out 2 foot from the bike. If a car tried to overtake you, it'd smash his windscreen. You'd probably take out a couple of pedestrians if you're near the curb. So definitely not one for busy roads. But let's take the cover off. Let's give it a go. Let's see what we can come up with for this one. So this next one is very similar to what we did at the front here, but instead of being out, we're now going to take it up. This is going to give us a lift. It's a bit like being followed by a drone of sorts. It's quite a high up. So again, we need the stick and we need the clamp. So let's put them on. This time you want it going straight up. So again, nice and tight. If you've got the spanner, use it. I can't say anything bad about this clamp. It's so solid, it's rigid. Okay, we put the camera on and then we're going to extend up. So this one I'm sure the police definitely won't like you using, but we'll give it a go. So we extend it all the way up and again retract the last top section. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. From that, we'll see what we can get, but it's a high level one. So let's check it out. Let's take the bike out and let's see what we get. Okay, so the last one I want to show you, all you need is a stick and the camera. We basically put the camera on the stick. This is really easy. You extend to full length, but as always, retract that last section. It just gives you more stability. Remove the lens cover, because you're going to want that off of there soon. And then all you're doing, avoiding the stitch line, which is the side of the camera, avoiding that, you're going to sit on it. And that's it. It's that simple. You're just going to sit on it. Again, obviously you can't use this on normal streets. Great if you're on an empty road or a road with zero traffic, you can get a 10, 20-second shot from the side of the bike. So with the lens cover off, let's go see what this one can do. All right, so I've shown you my most commonly used positions, the mounts. Obviously, some of these can't be used on main roads. As I said, I wouldn't advise anyone to do it if there's any danger to you or anybody else. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you a couple of little things that the Insta camera can do. It's mainly in the editing. I'm going to show you how you can create simple things like a barrel roll, a 360-degree flip, how you can change the sky. There's many things in the software, in the editing software, that you can do, which is why I think these cameras are phenomenal. So we'll come back to that in a moment. Here we have a really simple effect, just a bog standard barrel roll done in the editing software. Works perfectly if you're on a straight piece of road like I am now, and it's that simple. And this is a very well known effect for Insta cameras. This is a tiny planet. This is done no matter where your camera is located. You just pan straight out, zoom out, and this is the effect you get. It's always better if you've got trees or something next to you. Okay, so this is the flip and pan. It's a really simple one to do. Also really good if you're going through a tunnel or under a bridge where you want to see above you. So really nice little simple effect. This is the sky swap, where there's so many different settings in the Insta software where you can change the sky and change the imagery. Really nice little touch, this one. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this one, please hit the like button. And if you haven't, please subscribe. It really helps me build the channel. That's all for now. Next video coming out in a couple of weeks is going to be an insight into the 3,000 kilometer tour I'm about to take. So that should be a good one. Keep your eyes open. Thanks a lot. Catch you all soon.